Okay. Okay, we left off over here yesterday. Yud Aleph. This is Be'er Halacha, which we didn't do. Okay, Halacha Yud Aleph, page 37. Sudar shenosn al tzavar b'malchus Eretz Yisrael. Type of garment that you wear around the neck in Malchus Eretz Yisrael. Shenikra ba'arvi. In Arabic, it's referred to as sheet. V'chein buka. Shehoyu nosnim b'svar ala kisveim. It was the garment they wear on their shoulders. Turin, although it's four-cornered. Yepativ bring tzitzis. So let's see Mishna Berura again. Peturin. Although the size of the cloth is the sufficient size which you normally would have to put tzitzis. It's able to cover the majority of a 9-year-old child's body. We have to see Be'er Halacha. Okay. Page 36 on the bottom. Mishna Berura tam l'zeh kosbei shos. What's the reason? Even though factually it could cover the majority of the body, you're exempt from putting tzitzis. Sheikar havos hasudorim haim itchilu k'tei l'sati v'em tzvivus harosh ne'akor v'lasu seil al harosh b'zman hachom. This type of cloth they would wear in the winter to protect the neck from the cold or the head from the cold, and the summer they would form it in a way that it created a brim to protect the head from the sun. They should not be affected by the sun. Also, he would use it that if he's called up for an aliyah, he would cover his head with this. Although the majority of the day, like he doesn't wear it on his head, he wears it on his body. Because what is it? Why is he wearing it? He's not wearing it to cover his body. His body, he has something to cover his body. It's really a head covering in certain circumstances, but rather than removing it totally, he puts it down on his shoulders, or it hangs down on his body. But that's not its primary. It has no value as a garment. These garments are used. These cloths are used for a number of things. They would gird themselves if they would do anything avodas maso. They would use that to cleanse their hands. They would wrap their money in it. It's like a multi-purpose cloth. Or when they would gather fruits, they put it, into like a bundle, and they put it over their shoulder. So until they need the garment, this cloth, they wear it on the body. So why they have it? It's like a person has a four-cornered shmata, right? And the guy works in a restaurant, he wipes tables with it. So he doesn't have a back pocket, because the industrial uniform, they don't give back pockets, right? So what does he do? He wears it, or he wraps it on his shoulder. Whenever he has to clean the tables, he takes it off. But why is he wearing it on his shoulder? What? It's a shoulder wrap. It's a rag that you clean a table. This is basically the concept. Therefore, it's not classified as a garment. So he's not obligated to wear tzitzis. Although when it's hot, it protects you from the heat, from the sun, and the winter from the rain. This is not the garment that you cover yourself with. It's for something else. You have to be wearing it until that usage comes up. So it's like a storage. When you have it on your body, it's just for the moment. It's to be used when it's needed. So where am I supposed to? You're not going to go home every time you need it. So you wear it, but you're not wearing it for itself. You're wearing it to use it later, whenever the situation should arise that you need it for that particular situation. This is in Ashkenaz. Here we're speaking. This is in Spain and Eretz Yisrael. They wore this kind of garment. He says, but now among us, this type of garment also has presented itself. But all those other reasons don't apply here. So therefore, you'd be obligated to put tzitzis. He says, what about if you wear a garment? It's not, let's say, it would be parade dress. Parade dress, you wouldn't wear this. So it's not really worn to cover yourself. It's to identify who you are, right?
Costume.
It's like a costume type thing. But it's for the sake of identification. He says maybe you could be lenient. You don't have to put tzitzis on that garment because it's not worn to cover you. It's being worn. I'll give you an example. A person goes with to advertise, and he wears this thing on it. What's it called? Sandwich board. That's it, right? And it's 4 corners. It's made. The sandwich board is made of material. It's screened. You know what's it called?
Silk screen.
Silk screen, right? You know, he used to wear those T-shirts that were silk screened. Okay, right, silk screened, and it's made of cloth. But he walks back and forth. You know, McDavid burgers. Okay, that's what he's doing. OU, okay, and everything under the sun. Does he have to put tzitzis? It's 4 cornered. It's cloth, right? According to this, he wouldn't have to. Because that is, even though it's about covering his body, but it has no relevance to a garment. It's not for the sake of covering his body. He has to advertise. How do you advertise? By wearing the sandwich board. Okay? However, many argue, is in all these situations here, it's not simple. Since factually, when you're not wearing it as the scarf or whatever, and you're wearing it and it has value as a garment, you should round off one of the corners. Not get involved in this situation over here. Malbushim sheb Mitzrayim and Nikroim. Good.
So a garment is, defining a garment is, like I wouldn't wear my tzitzis. I mean, if not the tzitzis I have on is not a garment for me. I wouldn't wear that. This is like a garment for me. You know what I mean? So why?
No, you missed it. You missed the
That's
point.
what I'm asking.
The 4-corner garment you wear under your shirt. The reason why you're wearing it, it is a garment. Its classification as garment. Garment is something which is meant to be worn, which covers the majority of your body, the upper torso. That's classified as a garment. The others, it's a head covering. It happens to be when you're not using it as a head covering, you have to store it somewhere, so you wrap it, you wear it as a shawl. But you're not interested in wearing it as a shawl. It's basically its classification as a head covering. So that's not called ksuscha. Or use it for multiple uses. You use it normally to carry fruit. So you need the cloth. So where do you put the cloth till you need it to, let's say, to store fruit or money in that cloth? You wrap it around your body. Or a person's a porter and he needs this piece of cloth. He pulls furniture or he carries things. He lifts things with it. But until he uses it to lift, where does he keep it? He wraps it around himself. So because the primary reason why he's wearing it is not to wear. It's not even to wear. It's really just just to keep it till he needs it, like a storage location. That's not a garment. Malbushim Mitzrayim hanikroim guchash. O mintigi. V'dumanish v'kapanish. Upanish shebeturgma. Something else that's Turkey. This guy Erdogan, he was one of those. Although it has 4 corners, all these various garments. We'll see why. Certain types of garments which are worn in the areas of what? In Germany and in Spain. He says because the way the garment is cut, the corners are all on the front side, not the back side. Or they're not exactly equidistant from one another. Okay? Let's see Mishna Berura. Alpi sheish lahem. Hatamay bishos hol ve'im. In the bishos kosav the ishdakti b'mavushim shalonu. Sheish lahem shtei knofos somuch l'tzavor. Okay? U'shnei knofos somuch loretz. Let's see a person has they used to wear these Nehru suits. right? You pull it out of your grandfather's closet. Nehru suit. You know what a Nehru suit is?
Collar straight up. You never heard of that.
You know Mahatma Gandhi. Or Nehru. Nehru used to wear this. In the Indians, from India. Right?
I've heard of India.
So they were, up front it was like, it didn't have a regular collar on it. It came
Okay.
to a point on each side, and it
And buttoned all the way up.
all the way down. So the bottom and the bottom front and the back was closed. Everything was closed in the back.
Okay.
There was no vent. So you had two corners on the bottom, two corners up by the neck. So the corners are on the same side of the garment. Right? It's full corner. Does it require the what? Right? Does it require tzitzis? Okay, 1 second. Loma imatil ben tzitzis. Wait 1 second. So the question is, why that kind of garment? Why don't you put tzitzis? It has four corners. Tiritz amazeh kama tirutzim. So there are a number of answers given. V'docha osam adarki Moshe. But the Darki Moshe, that's the Ramah, dismisses all of them. V'ama hu atam laminuk. The me'achte mit tzitzis hu lachatchil sheyase shtaim lefonov shtaim lachorov. The proper way to wear it. Tzitzis, 2 are in the back, 2 in the front. That means 2 of the corners are in the back, 2 in the front. That's the reason why I used to tell people, you see people, the way they don't wear the talesim correct. They don't wear the talis over their shoulder. But rather they wrap it around, they gather everything's to the front. But that's not the correct way to wear a talis. Because the corners have to be in the back and in the front.
This is a question about any jacket that doesn't have a collar.
Correct. No, not necessarily. It even doesn't. It could be rounded, right?
Right. Okay.
Here it's being where it comes to a point on each side. U'mabu shelonu heim kol arba kanfos kedofos lefonov. The efshel al bisham inacher, and the only way you could wear it is that way, where in the corners everything's in the front. Ein chayim betzitzis zel mashkosu hovein kanfei masuyim. U'mabu shekorin rok. That's the rok. Rok. He said, very good. You saw on the bottom it says meal. Okay. It's rock solid. Very good. Rok. Shemechuba lemala chaticha beged mirvas umunach al ksefo me'achorov. Shekolin kalner. Posher u'depotur. Terei letzad malo ein lo knofos. Rak letzad hakolner. Kalner means the collar. Nochlo ktsas me'achorov vein ze kronos. Hoel vein hashnei kronos shemechorov muchvonos neged haknofos shelfonov. Ad kan loshna ke Moshe kos magar Avram yan shalochos urofefes biagonim. Since it's unclear, the corners. It's speaking about. Let's say you have corners. Let's say down at the front, and let's say you have it has a collar, and the collar in the back has 2 corners. Right. The way the material is cut, it's like women have. Years ago, women wore dresses like this. It was like. A piece of material was square on the back. And saying, well, they used to have navy coats this way. In the back it was like a square piece. So in the back you had 2 corners, and the corners like a peacoat, except in the front, and near the neck it wasn't square, and the bottom was square. The peacoat, the bottom of the peacoat. Maybe in South Africa, I don't think it gets that cold. They don't need peacoats. Okay. Maybe we'll also. Okay. Over the bow, right, David? Okay. Yad shaloch zurofefes b'dei ha'gaonim. He says, since this halacha is unclear, even among the Gaonim, ki gam al tam dark Moshe ish lefak fik harbeg. It's not so simple. K'moshe kosa prima godim. Al ken Yerushalayim yasa keren ach sagulo. Whenever you get involved in any of these questions, just round off one of the corners. Not to get involved. He says, especially specifically in our times, the kapote. Very well, the vent in the back, the majority is open. Why? Because in the front you have 2 corners, in the back you have 2 corners. Right, they're aligned. 2 corners in the front, 2 corners in the back. So if you want to extricate and absolve yourself, take one of the corners, you round it off. Yosef Tov she'agel ochte kronos kedeshtio rak bashalosh yati hi bashisha. Okay, he's saying that even with the frock, with the kapot, it's not simple because in the front you have 2, on the bottom you have 2 on top, besides the 2 on the back. He says it's not really sufficient to round off the back because you're getting involved in this other shot. What about the corners in the front? There's some hole that there you maybe, so therefore you should make sure there should not be more than 3 corners on the garment.
So what's the reason why we wouldn't have tzitzis on? I just didn't get it. Why we wouldn't have tzitzis on a 4-corner garment where you're considering counting the top?
Because it's all on the same side.
It
It has to be in the front and the back. So you're entering into a question whether you're obligated. So the best thing is just round off the corner.
And there are sheets that
So
you would need to.
you would have to.
And have 2 tzitzis, 2 sets
Right.
of tzitzis up here.
Not 2 sets, 2, 1 on each and 1 on the bottom.
Yeah.
2 on the bottom, right. Shnam lachreim mizal loshen nimshach shkogel leizan noshim, because from the language of the over here of the Machaber, or from the Ramo, it's misunderstood. Shemekapenu chelik echon miatal smod ashenase dak imechase klau rakatzavor. They understand the reason why you're obligated tzitzis because it covers the back, it covers the front. So what do? They take the larger talish and they roll it up and wear it as a shawl, as a scarf. That's the way they understand. He says you should do it the way the Turks do it. Shayad mafsekas b'chatzi talis b'ofen shemishnei atzodim ye'echod me'atzitzis lefonav chelik la'achorov ditzod lefonav achrov nami mikro lefonav la'achrov. He says, and that's the way we wear the talisim, right? The talis doesn't hang all the way back. You pull the talis up, goes on, let's say, to the lower part of your back. So it's really the material is mid-center. That's where you put it over your shoulder. You pull it up half. Half is to the front, going over the front, and half is in the back of the length of the talus. He says that's the proper way to wear it. Not the majority is on one side, like the front side, rather on the back side. L'chein dai behefsek hayad. Okay, let's see.
Members only.
4, definitely.
So those would be something.
Fathers. We had this earlier.
There's no colors.
That's why they said make it then be rounded.
I've never seen anyone wearing tzitzis on.
I've never seen a box
Members only jackets, remember those? So there was like 2 corners at the top.
But it's not seen
There
as
was
a
no
corner.
collar. We had the thing that went around, but it was 2 colors. So some people put tzitzis on those. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. No, the Greases in the 50s. They didn't have members only jackets.
So they didn't wear clothing units from Montana.
They didn't do grease. They didn't do grease.
We make tzitzis.
It's inappropriate.
We don't wear 4-corner garments. We wear 4-corner garments now because
But still,
for tzitzis.
but the garment you're wearing, it's meant to be worn. It doesn't have another function. Its function is a garment.
Women-free, whatever.
You're wearing it to wear on your body. The others, you're not wearing it to wear on your body. It's a storage location. It's a head covering. What are you supposed to do when you come in from outside? So they would wear it, just wrap it around the bodies. But it's not a garment that you wear on your body.
They did a lot of things for each person.
I'll give you an example. A winter coat. It's 4 corners. You wear it when outside, you don't wear it in the house. When you wear it in the house, it's still called a coat because it's worn outside. Right? The head covering, it's worn as a head covering. When you're not wearing it as a head covering, you wear it on the body. But is it because it's meant to be worn on the body? No, it's not meant to be worn on the body. Its classification is head covering. Except when you come in from outside, the heat or the cold, you unravel it. So what are you supposed to do with it? So you keep it on your body just as a storage location. But the tzitzis you're wearing on the garment you wear on your body, why are you wearing that garment?
Because it's a garment.
Because it's a garment. that's to be worn on the body.
It's a
It has
garment.
no other value other than wearing it on the body. Otherwise, you wouldn't be wearing it. So once its value is to wear on the body, then you're obligated to put tzitzis on it, because that's called a garment.
I guess I'm just confused. So if someone's playing sports and he doesn't wear his tzitzis,
He's not in violation of anything.
right?
He's just not fulfilling the mitzvah of tzitzis.
Well, but he. That what? No, I understand.
Okay?